Mic check. Mic check 1 2. Hi, my name is Dom, and for those of you who don't know, I used to do this podcast called Fake Adulting. And I'm back. Welcome back. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you, but I had to get this all sorted out. So let me just start off from the top. If you've never listened to the show before, my name, once again, is Dom, and I talk about life. I talk about being a millennial, and now, what is 2018? Happy New Year, everyone. Probably should have let off with that, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter. It's my show. But I took some time off. Time off because I was not happy with the product I was putting out, and I felt like I was preaching, and that was kind of what I wanted to do. I wanted to get my opinion across, but I also wanted to just share struggles that I've dealt with and just let other people know that they're not alone in this thing we call life. Whether you're in early in college, or you're post-grad, you're trying to get your master's or your doctorate, or if you're in the workforce, straight out of high school or straight out of college or whatever, I just want our voices to be heard in what's going on in the world today. And I don't think I was getting that across. I think I was just picking topics and just, going with that and just saying whatever I wanted to say, which is cool. And I was getting positive responses, but that's not the end-all, be-all of what I wanted. So I took time off, and I thought and how I could make the show better. I did 15 episodes. They were uploaded on the Apple podcast app on everyone's iPhone. Sorry, Android users. But you could also listen to it online, so you weren't left in the cold if you do have an Android. But after a long time of thinking and going through processes, going out looking for other people to help me and doing all this other stuff, I got news that the app I was using to record my podcast was going to be disabled and all my podcasts were going to be deleted, which happened back in early November when I was ready to come back and share my thoughts with you guys. So had to find a new podcasting app, which I have now done, and I'm back. And seeing how it is the new year, I wanted to talk about new beginnings. So the format really hasn't changed too much, but I'm going to try to be less preachy and just more conversational. I'm not going to try to tell you how to live your life. I'm just going to tell you my experiences and my opinions about my experiences and how I can get better, and hopefully in turn it'll motivate you to want to get better as well. And that was really the big idea I came up with. But it is 2018. Things have changed not too much for me since I last left you guys. Still doing the same work I was doing. Still in the same place I was at, living, location-wise anyway. I've gone through a couple trials here, and car breaking down, still not making enough money, bills still piling up, still in debt, all the fun stuff that comes with adult. Got a year older, had a birthday in December, 29 now, so I am knocking on the door of the dreaded 3-0, but it's okay because I'm happy. I've grown into a person I believe that I can make my family proud and make my friends proud and all that good stuff. But that it is being a new year. Let's talk about new beginnings. One thing that I took time off to really think about is why do I feel certain ways at certain points, and how can I overcome them and not be in my head so much? Back in college, I used to get a stigma of just being salty, just being an old man in a young man's body, because I still am, still high strung, still don't believe I'm at where I need to be in life, but I do want to take the strides to get there, and I'm still am. I still go to work every day, work hard, try to find time to do podcasts on the sides, and still try to have a good time every now and then, like most of us do. But with the new year always comes, what do you call them? Resolutions. Yes, New Year's resolutions. People usually want to get in shape. They want to travel more. They want to read more. They want to learn how to become better cook. All that, basic stuff. Me personally, I want to do something crazy. I want to do something very scary. I want to step out of my comfort zone. I say this because I get in ruts and I stay in them for months, weeks. And it takes something devastating or it takes something amazing to get me out of them, whether that be losing my car or getting a new job. I can't find that level sometimes, you know what I mean? Like that in-between point. It's either really, really high emotionally or really, really low emotionally. Stepping out of my comfort zone means going out and talking to people. People would think, oh man, you do podcasts, you did radio in college, and like you speak pretty well. Not great, but you're okay. Why would you have a problem going out and meeting people, talking to people? It terrifies me. It's always terrified me ever since I was little. Being one of very few black kids in a dominant Jewish community, moving there when I was 5 years old, going to kindergarten, it was scary, and I was tall and lanky, and I looked different, and I always didn't fit in, and I remember being called weird when I was younger because I liked different stuff and I was into different stuff. And I knew a lot about nothing. Like, I'm a huge fan of American pop culture. I'm enthralled with things of our past and how we've gotten here in our future, or our present, I should say. And I've always carried that stigma with me ever since. Trying to ask girls out in high school when I was younger, taking that rejection and not using it in the most productive ways, just going into not a pit of despair or anything like that, but just thinking negatively. I think that's because I just get in this one mindset of just darkness sometimes. I just think that I should be doing better, or I should have this, or I should have that. Entitlement is what they call that. I try not to be. I try to be humble. I try to be grateful for everything that I've ever gotten, because life's hard and we're not all millionaires. If we all were, life would be easier and things would be better, but things would be a lot more expensive too. What I'm saying is, what I'm trying to get at in this rambling is saying that I want to do different things now. Throughout my 20s, I just waited for things to come to me instead of trying to get those things by working hard. Going out, meeting people, networking, that's one of the things I want to do. Maybe even getting a mentor. Another thing about the rut is pride. I've had way too much of it, whether it be in my personal relationships or professional relationships. Pride is weakness. Pride will make you do stupid things because you just don't feel like you should do what everybody else has done to work hard or get to a certain place, because you think you can do it your way, and your way might be the best way and nobody else's way is right. And that's stupid. As humans, we need others to help us get to certain positions. I wouldn't be where I am today if someone didn't take a chance on me and give me a job. Someone didn't take a chance on me and give me a loan to go to college. Somebody didn't take a chance on me to do something. And I think that applies to everyone. I really want this year of new beginnings. I just don't want to travel. I just don't want to get in shape. I just don't want to learn how to cook better. I want to redesign myself. You're never too old to do something better with your life. Even when things are at their worst and lowest points, be grateful that you're still alive. You're breathing air to make that change. And I missed that a lot during the past few months that I left you guys. I want my family, I want my friends, I want them to all live well. And if I could be part of that, of them living well, then that's the greatest satisfaction. Pardon the background noise if you pick that up. My roommate is very happy about a Manchester United goal, but I digress. It's very loud. He's a good guy, though. Used to have a podcast of his own. A lot of podcasts popped up while I was doing mine, so hopefully I inspire some more copycats. But I digress once again. Let me just say that these new beginnings are going to be hard, whether it's me, you, whoever it is. But you have to be disciplined, which is another part of the new beginnings. You have to be focused, and you can't let old habits creep back in. And that's what I keep telling myself. January 1, 2018, you have a chance for a new beginning. You can totally remake yourself in a year. You can be in a totally different spot. That's amazing about life. As long as you're breathing, you still have a chance to do something in order to make your life better, achieve goals, conquer whatever you need to conquer, whether it be personal demons or external demons. Life's too short to be miserable, to be sad, to be worried about things you can't control. What I want to do this year, I want to network with people. I want to meet people. I want to talk to them through this podcast, hopefully, and other ways as well. I also want to go to an open mic night and do a comedy set. I want to travel abroad to somewhere that's not Mexico or Canada. And I think I can achieve all these things with dedication, focus, discipline. You don't have to be sitting in the same spot. You don't have to be in a rut. You don't have to feel bad about yourself. Things happen in their own time. But if you put in the work behind them, then trust me, it'll pay off in the end. If you'd asked me 10 years ago, would I have graduated from college and gotten this job and be in the place I am, not dependent on a lot of people and all this other stuff, I would have laughed at your face because I was in a whole different space then. If you'd asked me 5 years ago, probably would have said the same thing. But that's one of the great things about life. Things change all the time. So roll with the changes. Don't get complacent. Get better, whatever that means. And that's pretty much my pep talk to myself. So I hope I've given you some ideas, inspired you to do something, perhaps. But this version of fake adulting will be more about my internal monologue and giving it to you guys. I hope everyone had a very safe and happy New Year's Eve. And I hope for more to come. More great years to come. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great life. Peace.